everyone, and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today, we have a new journey to start. We have the start of our full-time Xfinity career in the #1 Junior Motorsports car. We are taking over Elliott Sadler's seat as he has called it a career at the end of our last season. He is retired from the series, so we are excited to hop in that car. And you see we're going to have some hot seat races for the Cup Series this season as well, and I don't know how we're going to do in those, but hopefully we get some speed when it comes to that. But right now we're not worried about that. We're going right into Daytona, and we're going to see if we can maybe pull off a victory in our first full-time Xfinity Series start. Alright, we are ready to go green. You see I'm starting a lot closer to the back. It's a plate track, so I never qualify very good at a plate race. You see I start 35th. With a little bit of help, some guys had got sent to the back due to some type of problem. But hopefully we can come out of here. You see our goal position is a top 10. So I'm aiming for like a top 5. I think plate racing in this game can be pretty easy. If you just stick on this bottom line the whole race, eventually you're going to cycle to the front of the pack. It's basically impossible not to. But right off the bat, you see we get a gap between myself and Jeremy Clements as we got the 60 on my right of Ty Majeski. He gave me a little side draft on the exit of 2, and now he gets a big run. He cuts down in front of me. I get into the back of him going into turn 3, which pushed him up the track. Now we have a run on Clements. The inside line's really checking up. You see the 60 going way past me. The 45 gets clear of me, and now we got another car coming to my outside. But I'm just going to stick to the bottom. We got Joey Gay stuck out in the middle. I'm going to try and make sure he can't get to the bottom. We do just that. That is a pretty nice paint scheme, though, on that 35 car. But right off the bat, we've only gained 2 spots at the end of the first lap, as we are now on the inside of the 60 car. But yeah, it was at the beginning. When you're in the back, it was pretty hard to work your way to the front. But once you get kind of like into the top 25, top 20, it gets a lot easier to get towards the front of the pack. So this first stage is definitely not going to be a points paying stage for myself. We're probably going to be like 25th by the end of this thing, so we can't really expect much. We just got to set ourselves up for the end of stage 2 and then the last stage. Now as you see, we coming to the checkered flag in stage 1 now in the last lap of stage 1. We have worked our way up to P25 behind, I don't know who that is in front of me, but we are in front of a white car ourselves, and we're coming to the checkered in stage 1. We're definitely not going to get past, so we're going to get P25 in stage 1. Not very good, but hopefully this sets us up well for the kind of race in a whole on the last stage. We obviously do not have to pit. We're not going to have to make any pit stops until we get to the Cup Series, so which hopefully isn't too far away. But we are ready to go green for the second stage of Daytona, right behind Mike Lynette, our teammate, who is a very good driver. You cannot say he's not a great driver. I mean, he's one of the best in the series. Give him a little bit of a bump there. Kind of had to check up, and we lost a little bit of ground. Now we got Ryan Reed in the 16 car behind me, Ty Dillon of the 3 on my right. Cole Custer checking out the whole outside line, checking out. We get 3 wide in front of us. Daniel Hemrick in the 21. Oh my gosh. Okay. The 2 car, who is that? I think it's the 2 car of Matt Tift came down and just destroyed Mike Lynette's momentum, and I slammed right into the back of him. Thankfully, we did not get any damage from that, but Cole Custer slides into the inside in front of me. Now we pick him up in the inside line. They're checking up once again. This time I'm not waiting around. We're going to go to the outside line. This might have been a mistake, but we're going to still try it anyways. And you see I'm going to actually try to side draft the double zero a little bit, but then I realized that it wasn't going to work, so I backed out and got in line between him and the 3 car of Ty Dillon. Now he goes to the outside. We take advantage and go to the inside of Custer, right behind the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. Giving the 42 a little bit of a bump. You see we've not really gained much in this stage. We've only gained 2 positions. We're only a lap and a half into the stage, but I was hoping the inside line was going to help us out and gain more. But now John Hunter leaves himself to the inside open, so we're going to take the inside line, leave him on the outside. We're going to gain 1 more position out of that. But now we have kind of rejoined with our teammate Michael Annette under the 93 as well, but we kind of gave Annette a big bump down through the straightaway now to the inside of him, trying to make it 3 wide, forcing it 3 wide behind the 2 of Matt Tift, who kind of ruined our momentum earlier. But you now see we made it into the top 10 by the end of stage 2. Lap 7 to 7 in the stage. We're on the inside of the 38 and the 39 as well. We're trying to get to him and maybe clear him the Lombard Bros gaming car by the time we get to the checkered here. Pushing the 28, we go to the inside of him now, make it 3 wide, coming to the checkered in stage 2. What are we going to get? We're going to get P5 in stage 2. Ross Chastain wins the stage, so he's got a playoff point if he makes the playoffs, which I honestly don't think he will. But anything can happen in NASCAR Heat 3 or any NASCAR game. So we'll see what he can do this season. But we are ready to go green for the last stage in our full-time debut in the Xfinity Series, with, restarting from the 5th restarting position behind Ryan Truex. Give him a little bit of a bump. He's really the only other kind of semi-major contender out of the field up here. Just riding behind him now on the inside line. Thankfully, we've restarted on the inside line every restart in this race, so it's been fortunate for me that we've had that, because if you restart on the outside at a play track, almost at just about any track, you know exactly how it's going to go. In this game, it's terrible for some odd reason. The outside just can't go in this game. So I don't know the reason behind that, but we got fortunate that we got the inside line, but we're going to come to the line this time. It will be 12 laps to go. We're going to go to the inside of Ryan Truex. He kind of followed Ross Chastain, but Ross did not have a lot of speed, and we did, so we were able to get to the inside of the 11. We're going to easily clear Truex into turn 1, and now we have a chance to take the lead from Ross Chastain here in Daytona. The Lombard Bros gaming car of Ryan Sieg behind me now. So we got him in third. Maybe he can help push me to the front. We certainly have a run on the 4. We might be able to make a move to the inside. We do just that at the door now. The 4 right at his left rear wheel. Just about even. Now even into turn 3 with the 39 helping me from behind. Out of turn 4, we're going to clear the 4 car. We are officially the leader in Daytona. Can we lead our first lap? Coming to the line. We do lead our first lap of our Xfinity career. Now the 4 of Ross Chastain's going to battle back. He's got some help on the outside line now. But we also have Ryan Sieg behind me helping me, and a lot of cars on the inside helping me versus cars on the outside helping Chastain. But it's not going to be enough to hold the lead. Chastain's going to drive right on by me and take the lead back. And now Ryan Truex, he was able to clear me, and we just kind of got cycled out. We tried to go to the top. It did not work. As you can see, we're now down to P9. Chastain, we make a little bit of contact with the car on the inside. We're in the wall. Oh, we get hit into the wall by another car, and that's really going to hurt our chances as we come down in front of a bunch of other cars. I'm getting hit all over the place. And there's your caution, everybody. This debut was going so well, and I got on the outside and got hit in the left side. I don't know if I came down, but yeah, this just kind of hurt our chances at a good finish now, as we are going to have a green-white checkered here, restarting from 40th. So let's see how many positions we can make up. I know we got a few stage points in stage 2, but we're not going to get a great finish, so this is not going to be a great points day for us now at this point in the race. Not a very good restart either, behind Carl Long now. I don't know, that guy was still in NASCAR. He showed up last year, and now we got a huge run on these guys. Austin Cindric running in the back. Tyler Reddick, our teammate, running in the back. We're going to try and get whatever we can here, kind of forcing the issue. We got Cindric on my inside. We are in the middle with Tyler Reddick on my outside now. And we're going to get stuck here. Oh, this just makes things even worse. Oh, no. We're going to get down to the inside now under Reddick. We got another teammate, Justin Allgaier, running in the back as well. So this is not a good day for JRM. But now the white flag is being shown. We are on our final lap of the race now behind Carl Long. And once again, we get to the inside of him for the moment, but he's going to pull away from that bump I gave him. So he's going to be clear into turn 1, but he moves up the track, and obviously I'm going to do everything I can to get under him. I'll do just that. Not sure who's leading this race, but we're about to find out. Half a lap to go in Daytona. Up to P34 now. Into turn 3, one final time behind Austin Cindric on the inside of BJ McLeod, or McLeod, however the heck you pronounce his last name. Checking up a little bit out of turn 4. We kind of had to check up 2 into the left side of the 78 to 16. He's losing momentum as we come to the line. 3 wide at the line. We're going to get P33 as we just narrowly edge out the 16 of Ryan Reed. We had such a good run going there, and Christopher Bell has won Daytona, and that will lock him in to the playoffs. We know already that he is likely going to be a playoff contender, so that's kind of unfortunate that he's locked himself in so early, but hopefully we can do the same thing. I know today I think we showed some speed in this race to where maybe, honestly, I think we could have contended for the victory. We didn't, of course, due to a crash. But now we're going to go to Atlanta and see if I can kind of show that speed. And now we got some drivers not so happy with us. We got another fellow Canadian in the Xfinity Series 2. We ran better than you. Oh, wait, you know what? You beat me on the track, I think, actually, because I wrecked. And then we got Michael Annette. I can't take you seriously, dude. I'm provoking the heck out of you. I really hope we get to race against Chase Elliott in the hot seats. And I want to make Chase Elliott a rival before I even get into the Cup Series. I mean, I think that would be a huge accomplishment of mine. Like, we could put that like at the top of career accomplishments. Obviously, we skipped Atlanta in the Truck Series because we're only going to be doing a handful of races as a part-time driver, so we did not compete in Atlanta. But obviously, we're going to be competing in Atlanta for the Xfinity Series. But this time, we're going to be using a different paint scheme. It will be the armored chili car you see here. It's the white car I showed last episode. But we are green in Atlanta for our second race of the episode. Starting P29, see I qualified absolutely trash. It wasn't good at all. Inside is not working for me right now. The 38, he almost drove right on by me, but thankfully they checked up a little bit to where I was able to get back to his inside now as we get to the inside of Alex LeBay, the fellow Canadian. That is a nice paint scheme, I won't lie. He ran in the in the Pinty series, which is a Canadian series for NASCAR. I think he was actually pretty successful there, but I didn't really keep up with that series, so I can't confirm. Now to the inside of our legendary teammate Michael Annette. Ooh, a little bit of contact. I think that's a 78 on my right side. We made a little bit of contact with him in Daytona, but we're just trying to work our way forward. You can tell right off the bat we have a lot of speed at this track. Right now we have worked our way into the top 20 now in front of Lupton to the outside. Now I think it's Joey Gase on my inside. Try to use this outside to prevail as we try to get a run on Ryan Segan, the Lombard Bros gaming car. We're going to clear him, and you see by the end of stage 1, we worked our way into the top 10, right behind Brandon Jones now for P9. As we get to the inside of him, coming to the line, who's going to get the second point in the stage? It's going to be Brandon Jones getting the second point, as we had to settle for 1 point in the stage. But considering where we started, I was able to just kind of click cars off throughout the handful of laps there between cuts there, and I was just able to get into the top 10. Daniel Hemrick has won the first stage of the race, so he gets his first playoff point of the season to a second place. Christopher Bell, who could have added on an extra playoff point to his 5, I think he already has. But we are green now for stage 2 behind our teammate Justin Allgaier. He's running a different paint scheme this race, the Renee car. We got Ross Chastain in the 4 there. He's having a pretty good run. I think that just said that's Harrison Road, so I'm completely wrong. I'm pretty confident Ross Chastain ran the 4 in Daytona. Did he not? Maybe not. Okay. We'll find out. But you see the outside right off the bat. Terrible. It's just, it does not work. Plate tracks, mile and a half, any tracks, the outside line is just terrible to restart on. And if we get into a situation where we make the final four, and we have like overtime, and I restart on the outside line, I'm done. My championship's over no matter what, basically, unless I crash someone. But I would never crash anybody for a championship. If you watch my last episode of the championship battle, I would never crash anyone. But now we're trying to pass Spencer Gallagher. He is pushing up the track a little bit into me. I guess he got a little bit tight there and could not hold the bottom. So his car pushed up, but we were able to hang on. And we're trying to clear him for the 10th position as we enter turn 1 in the middle line. He's got a pretty good run. It seems like the outside to middle line works a little bit better in turns 3 and 4. But you see, we do still get a run out of turn 2. But now we come to the last lap in the stage. You see, we are pretty much exactly where I was a few laps ago. Now as Ryan Reed pushes up, we're not even going to get a top 10 here. Coming to the line, we're only going to get P12 in stage 2. So this has completely turned around. We went from running in the top 10 in stage 1 to just outside the top 10. The car is starting to fall off a bit, and Daniel Hemrick gets another playoff point added. He wins stage 2. Now let's see if he can close out the race, and hopefully we can manage to get ourselves into the top 10 here. We are restarting on the outside line, so you know exactly what that means. We are green, though, for the final stage in Atlanta, behind Spencer Gallagher, just in front of John Hunter Nemechek. Ryan Truex on the inside with a terrible restart, but he's still going to gain positions back as here it comes. The outside is terrible. Yeah, I can't stand this. But now we're going to go to the outside of Ty Dillon. I mean, once you get out of turn 2, it's fine. And we just kind of have to make the best of what we have here. Now as we've got John Hunter looking on my inside. Now as we get to the outside of Spencer Gallagher, 3 wide out of turn 4. I think that's Ty Dillon on the inside of Gallagher. Going into turn 1, we held that pretty good. It's situations like this that it certainly helps being on a wheel. Like, if you're in the middle of 3 wide on a controller, it's hard to, like, okay, I'm getting doored into the wall. But, like, on a controller, it's pretty hard to hold the middle of a 3 wide. I mean, unless you get it down. I've been able to do it before, but there's also times where I just get completely destroyed. Still 3 wide with Gallagher and Ty Dillon as we force it up the outside again in turn 1. These guys do not want to back out, and I don't want to give an inch either. As I get, okay, Michael Annett trash. What are you doing? What an idiot, dude. And now we got pushed back all the way to 18th as we come to just about 15 to go. Get to the back. Okay. Oh, no. And the 18 is going to go around. Ryan Preece, he hangs. No, he does not hang on to it. He goes around, and that's probably going to do that right there. He brings out a caution. Michael Annett, I hate you. I'm not a Michael Annett fan right now. I've never been a Michael Annett fan. What am I saying? I'm not a Michael Annett fan. And we are going green with, I think this will be 12 to go. And there's Michael Annett up there on the outside, so he's going to have a bad restart. Anyways, as we get to the inside of Ty Dillon, I'm just going to force it 3 wide because, once again, our race has been kind of ruined. Huge run on the inside, though, so this is certainly going to help me gain positions back. I want to just turn this 5 car. I mean, he forced it 4 wide. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, I guess he didn't want me to have a chance to run good. He's jealous. I think that's what it is. Touch the apron just a little bit out of 4. Get close to the 5 car. Now to the inside of the 51 of Jeremy Clements. We're going to force the 3 wide with him and Annett on the outside. Now to the inside of our teammate again, Tyler Reddick. We got our other JRM teammate, Justin Allgaier, running in top 5. I think that's top 5. It looks like maybe 5th or 6th, somewhere in there. So now we go to the inside of Ryan Reed. We have a chance to prevail back into the top 10. We do just that right behind John Hunter Nemechek now for the P9 position. This inside line on this restart worked out very well as we come to the white flag in this race. Now, as you see, we got Allgaier on my inside, and now Truex a little bit slow there, but we didn't gain any ground in this last 8 or 9 laps, so we're just kind of trying to make it to the checkered. We might get 9th here out of turn 4. Daniel Hemrick, he's going to bring home his first career win in the Xfinity Series, and we're going to bring home the 9th finishing position. which is our first top 10 of our full-time Xfinity career. So it could have been better. But yeah, once I got to the top 10, I couldn't really go anywhere from there. So that was unfortunate. But hopefully we'll go to Las Vegas and maybe have a little bit better luck. I think we had speed. We just didn't have much luck with teammates forcing it 4 wide and causing you to get put in the wall. But now we're 20th in the points. We're, I think 12 get into the Xfinity playoffs, so we're 8 spots out of that. And we got Christopher Bell and Daniel Hemrick locked into the playoffs. Two guys that are really good. And Spencer Gallagher, we're going to provoke you. Justin Allgaier, he is a teammate. We're going to apologize. The only teammate I will provoke is Mike Lynette. Ryan Preece, I don't like Ryan Preece, but we're going to apologize to him. And we're going to just kind of ignore the rest of this. But now we got one more race to do this episode, and that will be the Las Vegas race. And hopefully we have some speed again. We got some team offers or something here. Contact team. Obviously, we're going to contact JRM. We got a lot of teams interested, but 27,000 per race from JRM. Obviously, we're going to contact them again. But now, let's go race in Las Vegas. Alright, we are ready for the start in Vegas. You see, this time around, we qualify a lot better. We start P13 for Las Vegas on the inside of Matt Tifton, right behind John Hunter. I swear we've been behind John Hunter Nemechek like every race. I've just been staring at either the back bumper or the front bumper of his car. He is everywhere. Like, I could probably... Oh, look who we have behind me. We've got Mike Lynette behind me. I'm probably going to get bulldozed here into turn 3. Looks like we're not going to get bulldozed, so that's good. But, oh, okay, we're going to bulldoze someone else. These guys checked up huge. Inside of Matt Tifft. Already, though, with a chance to get in the top 10 if we can get past Ryan Reed, who, like, turned right there for some reason. So we get to the inside of him with no problem. But now we are into the top 10, into our goal position. Hopefully we can get 2 top 10s in a row. That'd be nice. I don't know if they just screwed up last time in turn 3. We're about to find out if they slow up again here in turn 3. Oh yeah, they're checking up big time. I kind of had to let off the throttle just to match their speed right there as we're 3 wide on the exit. John Hunter, Tyler Reddick, and the watermelon boy, the 4 car of Harrison Rhodes. Okay, that's Ross Chastain this time. I think there's 2 red number 4 cars in the Xfinity series because there's Ross Chastain and Harrison Rhodes. I'm very confused, but now we're going to the last lap in stage 1 on the outside of Kevin Harvick. You see we're P5 battling for P4. I use this outside to my advantage to get myself to a P5 finishing position in stage 1, so that was not bad at all. Austin Cindric wins stage 1, gets himself a playoff point. I expect him to make the playoffs, but at the same time, you look at the names we have, it might be kind of hard. Justin Allgaier starting second here for the beginning of stage 2 as we are underway. Stage 2 is green right behind the 18 of Ryan Preece, who we kind of crashed last race in Atlanta. And now we got Watermelon Boy, Ross Chastain behind me. And look, in our mirror, we have John Hunter Nemechek's front bumper in my mirror, just like I said would happen. I don't know. He is like gonna haunt me. Tyler Reddick, and we're not gonna let him clear me. I kind of side drafted him a little bit to where we kind of pulled him back just before he could clear me. We certainly have a lot of speed, and hopefully we can get a victory here in Las Vegas to punch my ticket into the playoffs as early as possible. Outside of Harvick now into turn 1. I was trying to pin him down the best I could, but I could not hold that line. I could not keep the car glued down as we have John Hunter coming to my inside, of course. But we're going to get the run out of turn 2 from the outside of the door of Harvick now. Pretty even going into turn 3. I could not once again get the car as low as I wanted. But we're still got a decent line going out of turn 4 that we might be able to get the spot. We are pulling away from Harvick, but he's still going to hold my door. And we're going to be side by side from the looks of it going into turn 1. We are now clear to get to the inside if I want it, but I'm really liking this middle the line, but Allgaier, he pushed his way up, so I tried to get to the bottom. I thought we might get a run on him, but now we come towards the end of the stage now. Running P2 behind Austin Cindric. We got past Allgaier and the other guys, and we just drove away from them, but we could not run down Austin Cindric, so I get P2 in the second stage of the race, which will set us up very well, I think, for this last stage. Ross Chastain finishes, I think, 5th. Yeah, he finished 5th. At the end of this race, we're going to look at the finishing results, and I want to see if there's 2-4 cars, because I don't understand this. Alright, we are green for the final time. Well, possibly the final time in Las Vegas. Starting from P2, we get a big run on Cindric. We might be able to clear him by the time we hit turn 1. He's going to get the run back. We're not going to clear him into turn 1. And you know how the outside is on a restart. So this is going to cost me maybe a spot or two. Allgaier might clear me out of turn 2. He will. Now we got Ross Chastain on my inside. Going to fight back though. Wow, look at this middle line prevail. Probably going to clear Allgaier within another lap or two, hopefully, unless he is able to just door me or something into the wall. He clears me just barely going into turn 1, but we do get the run back on him. Now he will clear me coming into turn 2. Now we got Ross Chastain on my inside. Trying to hold on to P3. We should clear him into turn 3. Maybe. I think we were. But once again, I ran the top. And we got a huge run into turn 3. To the back bumper of the 22. Trying to get to his outside. He is defending pretty well as Allgaier. He's not giving up the spot. Our teammate in the JRM stable. Trying to not lose sight of this leader. We know we have more speed than Allgaier. I think Cindric is the... Okay. You've got to be kidding me, dude. I thought I was getting doored into the wall. We're going to side draft and make a little bit of contact. Let him know I did not like what he just did in turn 2. I'm not sure why he pushed up so much. But we do get clear of him in turn 3. We're now clear for second of Allgaier. Right behind the leader of Austin Cindric. Both of us looking for our first career Xfinity Series win. With 23 laps to go. And get to the inside of Cindric. A chance to take the lead in Vegas. I'm pushing up just a little bit. This is going to maybe allow Allgaier to come into the picture. Out of turn 2 now, we do hold off Allgaier for the moment, and I'm noticing right there, stood out to me, we are starting to lose these this right front tires wearing, and it's really starting to affect the handling of this car now as we come to not much later, about 6-7 laps later. You see I've actually lost a lot of ground. Allgaier's passed me, and this car has just started to fall off. Like I said, I noticed it was doing now with 18 to go. The right front is worn, and it's really hard to keep down on the bottom, unlike what it was earlier. Now as we get a caution, and this could be our chance. I mean, we don't have the tires right now, but if we can get to the lead, we might be able to do something with it. But now we are green. I think I see a car smoking in the mirror. I don't know if I do or not, but that was weird now. But we pushed Cindric to the lead, and he gave up the bottom going into turn 1. This is our chance to take the lead, and he is going to get the run on the outside because the AI are now all of a sudden magical on the outside line. Clear from Allgaier, and now we got Hamrick on my outside. I don't know. I don't understand the restarts in this game. Now to the inside though of Allgaier, we need to get to P2 real quick. Try to get on his quarter panel. He still clears me out of 4 at the line. Just 14 laps to go. Inside of him into turn 1. Doing my best to keep the car squeezed down on the bottom. Out of turn 2, just about make a little bit of contact with him. Pretty tight on the exit, pretty even down the straightaway speed-wise. We got Ryan Preece behind me, I believe that is. We do clear Allgaier for P2, and we hit the apron. We're going up in front of our teammate. Thank goodness he didn't go to my outside. That would have been deadly. And there is a car smoking going into turn 1. I don't know what that was about, but you can see it on the screen now. It's come to just 2 laps to go. You see, I could not stick with Cindric, and I could not hold off Ryan Preece or Allgaier. You see now, look at the car pushing. It's just kind of really hard to drive at this point now as we have just a lap and a half left. We had a car that in the first 3 quarters of this race contended for the lead, and I could have won. And then now it's come to the point where we are just about a fourth position car. We are pulling away from fifth, but we are sticking with Allgaier and Priest for second and third. But yeah, the car fell off big time, which is unfortunate. But you see all of the lap traffic up there in front of us, which is not what you expect to see, but it's not really going to become a factor now with half a lap remaining in this race. It looks like Priest is going to get second unless Allgaier makes a kind of a diving move, and he did not do that as we get a run on him in turn 3. But at a turn 4, Austin Cindric is going to get his first career win, a lock into the playoffs. Ryan Breeze second, Allgaier third, and we're going to get a fourth finishing position, which is the best of our full-time Xfinity career so far. Alright, so Ross Chastain in the 4-car finishes 6th. Look down the order. Do we see another 4-car? There is not a... What in the world is going on? I could have sworn Harrison Rhodes was in the 4-car in Atlanta. I don't understand. We're going to have to do an investigation on this eventually here. But we do have the fastest lap. But I really would have liked to get the win there. I think we certainly had the speed to win at the beginning, or right up to about 15, 20 laps to go. Then the car fell off, which was unfortunate. But this gives me confidence that we can get this victory soon. So I think next race is Phoenix, or ISM Raceway, and then Auto Club, and then we should get a Cup hot seat, because all the hot seats are the same as NASCAR Heat 2, so Martinsville we will have a hot seat, as well as Texas, and then probably Talladega as well. So next episode, we will have a Cup hot seat. Ryan Priest being nice to us, so you know what, we're going to insult you. Simply because of the hashtag, Racing Rhymes. Don't say that. Tyler Reddick. I'm not a Tyler Reddick fan, but we'll compliment him. I don't want to make my teammate mad because we already have a teammate that's not very happy with me, and that's Michael Annette. But yeah, next race will be ISM Raceway. That'll be next episode. We'll have a Cup hot seat as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment. Those at this point would be incredibly helpful, like more than you know. So if you guys enjoyed, do those things. I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good day, everybody.